And here we are live across the internet. Isabella is here. Mike Russell here from Music Radio Creative with another free Jingle Friday. Great to see you. Hello, Isabella.
Hello, Mike. Sorry, I forgot to take my glasses off, by the way.
Yeah, they always reflect in the screen.
I know they do.
You look much more beautiful with your blue eyes flashing away.
Well, have you noticed something new about me today?
Go on.
Come on.
Antlers.
Yes.
Antlers.
Absolutely.
Yes. She's wearing antlers.
We're going very Christmassy today, aren't we?
Well, you are, and yeah, I've got my party shirt on. It's like every Christmas party at the moment. Literally, I'm going to the Christmas party wearing this shirt. It was just at on Wednesday night. I was at a voiceover party in London. Wonderful voiceover party. And I wore this shirt.
Nice. And I've just realised you can't actually see, but I have a Christmassy top too, but you can't actually see below essentially my neckline. So well, that will have to do. Antlers will have to do. You have to just trust me that I have Christmassy stuff on. It's
very, very Christmassy indeed, Isabella. And on this Free Jingle Friday, and during the whole holiday season now, until the very last Free Jingle Friday that we do, we're actually celebrating is the right word, and also hoping that you can help a charitable cause that is close to our heart, Isabella.
It's very close to our heart. So perhaps I shall share a little story, and Mike, if you could post the link for everyone to see, that would be great. I just don't know whether you've set up the short.
Yeah, as you share the story, I will share the link in the chat. Just for those of you who've tuned in, by the way, who have no idea what we do, this is a weekly live stream where we talk to you about things going on in the audio world, in the jingle world. We make some free jingles for those of you watching in the chat. We ask you to donate a little bit of cash so we can make a really good jingle for you, and we just have fun with audio. So that's what we're all about if you're brand new to the stream.
That's what we are all about indeed. And in fact, I have asked just before we went live whether there are any new viewers, and we have some newbies. So hello to everyone who's new. And so I can't remember who that was, but somebody posted #old here.
Oh, wow.
It should be, I don't know, old kind of. Yeah, I don't know. Well, old. I've been here before. Veteran, yes. Yeah. However you call it. So yes, we essentially have fun. So welcome along, have fun along with us. And those last two streams of the year, so today and next Friday, we are doing something a little bit different. So the usual run goes like this. You join us on the live stream, so you're here already, step 1 complete. Number 2, you post your script in the comments. So post your script and voice choice, so if you would like Mike or Isabella, put it in there. We have wonderful Dominic, who's in the chat already. He's going to be saving all of those scripts for us. Hello, Dominic. and we are going to be trying to record and produce as many of them as we can. We do give priority to anyone who does put a little super chat through YouTube. There is a little
I think in particular on this one, as it's for a charitable cause, I think we'll only be producing jingles today that decide to make a donation.
Exactly. So today we've decided to do something different, as it's festive season and it's a time of giving, right? We would like to support a charitable cause that's very, very close to our hearts.
By the way, Feliz Navidad to Andre and our wonderful viewers in Spain and Latin America.
I, by the way, love the Feliz Navidad, the song by Michael Bublé.
Love it too.
It just doesn't get any better than this.
Anyway, more about the charitable cause.
So more about the charitable cause. So we are giving all of the kind super chats you guys are posting. Thank you to Michael for posting the first one in today. Woohoo!
That will be donated straight through to the charitable cause. Any super chat or anything you give on the Just Giving page, we're about to give you the link to that. Will go straight to the charitable cause.
Yes, that's correct. So the charitable cause of our choice for this year, it's a community group here on the Isle of Wight called Child, and it supports children on the island living with diabetes. We've chosen this particular cause because we are personally affected. Our now 7-year-old daughter has been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes earlier this year, and it truly has turned our lives around. It is almost like somebody just gives you this massive whack and you have to adjust afterwards. And without the support of that group...
Not just that for the grown-ups, it's a life-changing difference for the child going through that. And as they grow up, this is type 1 diabetes is something, for those of you who are watching who don't know, it's something that currently it stays with you for the whole of your life. There's no known cure or solution to this at the moment. And it's very different to type 2 diabetes, which I understand is partially reversible, right?
That's correct. So it's very important to distinguish the two, and there is quite a lot of misunderstanding and misconception miscommunication, I guess, around type 1 diabetes. So type 1 diabetes is not something that you cause. Nobody actually knows how it comes about. There is no known cause or no known cure, but effectively the result of it is your body does not produce insulin, and you have to live with the injections and insulin essentially for
morning, day, lunchtime, evening, before every meal you need an injection.
Exactly. And for our daughter, being 6, it was a huge adjustment, as you know.
Thank you, Hey It's Eb, for the super chat.
Thanks so much.
Going straight to the charitable cause. Thank you.
Fabulous. And we, for her it was a lot to take on, and you know the main question that she keeps asking, and I would assume any child does, why me? And it's very difficult to answer that question. But the group, like the one we've chosen, they organize a lot of really fun events for children with type 1 diabetes, and what it really helps with.
There you go. It's on the screen now, just over there.
Yeah.
See the picture of there are the children having fun. That was the Christmas party just recently.
Exactly.
And it really does bring a smile to their faces, and also it makes the children feel that they're not alone, because you can feel very alone having a condition like this, where you think, well, nobody else needs to time when they eat and have injections before every meal. But then at these parties and these kind of things that are organised by the charitable organisation, get-togethers, they meet other children who are going through the same thing.
They do, and they suddenly realize that it's not just them. And as I say, it's the hardest question we as parents can actually answer is, you know, why me? And there is no answer to it. It's, you know, why you? It's very tough. So this course affects and helps us directly. That's why we've decided to support it this year. So all of your wonderful super chats, we will be adding on and putting them towards the Just Giving page. So you can go directly to Just Giving page,
which is mrc.fm/charity. That's mrc.fm/charity. It'll take you to this page that's on your screen right now. And you can make a donation via the Just Giving page. Or if you fancy, if it's easier for you, you can just hit Super Chat inside YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, and we'll just make sure all that money goes straight over to the Just Giving page.
Absolutely. So as soon as the live stream is finished, we will make an update. We will make an update and transfer all of your super chats over there, as we obviously can't make this happen automatically.
Absolutely. So whatever is easiest for you, basically, and we really appreciate it. And the children who will benefit from this will also really appreciate it. I see Dominic in the chat there is just saying a great cause for sure. So thank you, Dominic. Thank you for supporting the live stream today, by the way, Dominic. Dominic works tirelessly week in, week out, not just to support these live streams, but also to make you happy as a customer of Music Radio Creative.
Doug, thank you so much for the super chat. Really cool. And
thanks, Doug.
Yeah, fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you. You guys are really you are the superstars of today. Thank you really much. And another
Tim.
one from Tim. Ooh, fantastic.
I've also got to really give a big up for Dominic, because I was talking at this voiceover party I went to in London on Wednesday. I met Alexia, one of our voiceovers here at Music Radio Creative, and she had nothing but good things to say about you, Dominic.
Nice.
Nothing but good things to say.
There you go. There you go. So fantastic.
Anyway, shall we get on with it? Shall we start doing something? What should we do, Isabella?
We should. Yes, definitely. So we have on my count 4 super chats to record and produce. So we could get down to that. So as we say, today we are going to be recording and producing only the super chats, and we will do the same next week. It's simply to encourage you to give even just a tiny little donation. You know, even if it's just $1 or just £1, it's absolutely fine. It all adds up. You know, it all goes to a good cause. We are putting all of those wonderful donations from you directly to
100% of the money goes there.
And all the details of it can be found at mrc.fm/charity. So you can do so over there.
Cool. Okay, so what are we going to do? Are we going to start recording? Okay,
let's do it.
All right, so let's hop over into Adobe Audition, and just that jazzy Christmas music was really lifting my spirits as we get into the holiday season, which is nice. So let's do it then. Let's record those super chats. So I can see here we got one for Doug, which is for you to record.
Oh, okay.
And then we got Michael G. Hey, it's Eb, who made a super chat but hasn't given us a script yet. So hey, it's Eb. Go ahead, give us a script.
Yeah.
And Tim Riedman as well has put a script in there. So if you do the first one. Oh, and I see Rowan's just donated as well. Thank you, Rowan.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're going to make some really happy faces, which is fantastic.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
at this time of year.
Thank you. Really huge personal thank you, because as I say, that charity really helps us directly, helps our daughter directly, and it's, you know, we've seen how much of a difference difference it makes. It's one of those diseases that cannot be reversed, and children find it hard to come to terms with. So something like this really, really helps. So thank you to Jeremy. Thank you so much. Fantastic.
Amazing. Right.
By the way, I'm trying to keep track of everything so that I can give an update as we go along.
Yeah,
so
you should. Actually, that would be really good to have like if you can keep track, Isabella, we can have like a rolling total of money raised during this live stream, because we're hoping in the next 50 minutes we can raise quite a bit of money, and we'll do it next week as well when we do the live stream. Basically, the whole of December, it's going to be charitable December. Season of goodwill.
December. There we go. Season to be giving season. Yeah, is that how it goes?
Something like that.
Something like that. All right.
By the way, after this live stream, we've got to sing Merry Christmas. Or actually, no, our friend Ian Anderson Gray is putting together a compilation. If you've never heard of Ian before, he's going to be on my channel actually next week talking about polyphonic singing. He's a great guy. He's a singer and a musician, classically trained, and a great social media person as well. And I think we'll probably just speak Merry Christmas, but he's actually making a video.
Come on, we can sing. We can do this.
Maybe. Well, we'll need auto-tune. But anyway.
Oh, I'm sure we will be fine.
Right, keep the donations coming in, either via Super Chat if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, mrc.fm/charity. Let's start recording those Super Chats, starting off with the first one. I've hit record now. Isabella, this one is for Doug.
Oh, okay. Doug, thank you very much. You're watching the Creator Hangout stream.
Oh, that was very good. You're getting better at this. Really good.
Practice makes perfect, right?
Okay. Michael G. A Merry Christmas to all our listeners from Mike and Graham on Saturday Morning Live. And then, Isabella, you got one for Hey, it's Eb.
You're listening to the Sebastian Rodriguez Show.
Really impressed with you, Isabella. Let's do one for Tim Reedman. Tim Reedman. Tim James, playing you your favourite music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. Thank you, Daft Cat Brewing. That's really nice of you to donate there. And Mark Damon as well, I see just recently. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're still waiting on some scripts for Super Chats. Shall I do maybe some production now? Maybe I'll stop it recording.
I think you ought to.
Do some production on those while we wait. We're waiting for a script from Rowan Ford. And Richard Dix has just donated as well. This is really, really fantastic. Thank you so much. And you're really directly helping people who are going to have a wonderful Christmas thanks to you. Here is the charitable cause on screen now. These are the children that are going to have very, very happy faces this Christmas.
They will.
So mrc.fm/charity or in the Super Chat, very much appreciated. Right, okay. While you collate together those scripts and get them into the spreadsheet, Isabella and Dominic, I am going to just raise up the audio level of this. Actually, I don't know why I use this. This is new in Adobe Audition CC 2019. You can do it like that using this icon here. And I realize as I'm describing this, you can see this on the live stream. Isabella can never see what I'm doing in Adobe Audition, can you? So I'm talking about, I need to get, what we need to get.
Do you know what I do? Yeah, I just watch on YouTube. So.
Oh, you do? But it's in delay.
But it's with delay. So I'm sometimes, you explain something and it's not on the screen yet. And you're like, so did you catch it, Isabella? And I'm like, yeah, of course. That was brilliant, Mike. Well,
what we need to do is in this studio, in this room we've got here, we need to get like a shared monitor probably up there somewhere.
Yeah,
so
we probably should do. And I'll be like, But then, Oh, well, thank you for the surfing tracker. Thank you so much for your donations, guys.
Wow.
Rowan, thank you so much too. Just a quick rolling update as we go. We already have £55.67 in the pocket. How about that?
So generous. Thank you
so
much.
It's really, really generous of you, and thank you so much. Anyone new joining in, we are donating all of our Super Chats to a charitable cause. Here on the Isle of Wild. Isle of Wild.
Isle of Wild.
It will be wild by the time we are done, for sure.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Go on, Mike. You
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do some production here. And first of all, we got this one that I'm working on. So let's cut this and make it good. Actually, we're going to save the voice sessions as well. So hang on. I've left you on the screen there. I'm just going to save these dry voice sessions.
You go.
Very low volume, but that's okay. We don't mind about that. Free Jingle Friday. Now, Isabella, you might want to tell, while I'm just saving these voice sessions out, where exactly people can download these jingles from.
Oh, head over to mrc.fm/FJF. That's where all of our lovely jingles are being saved. By the way, I really hope that last week, if you've watched last week, do post something, I don't know, hashtag watched. And then I wonder whether you have managed to get into the wonderful. I've lost it. The wonderful bonus session that I've saved. So I've recorded. Yes. I've actually made a point to stay here afterwards and record every single thing that was posted and saved on our end. So I have.
Nice one. Brian Farrell said the last time we met was in Dublin at Web Summit. That was a couple of years ago. Thank you so much, Brian, for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Isabella, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes,
I'm looking at the free Jingle Friday directory. We've got last week's stuff in there. Should we be just scrubbing this and deleting the jingles every week so we can start fresh again?
Well, I would leave the things from last week just in case
or
somebody
archive them somehow. Okay.
Just put a new folder inside with today's date.
I'm going to make a folder with last week's date, which was 2018 12/01. Was it?
Was it a 1?
1st of December?
Or was it the 30th?
Not sure. I think it was. I'm going to put 01, or maybe yes, it was 11:30. Yeah,
it was 11:30, wasn't it? Yeah.
So let's just do that, and then I will copy all of those jingles over into that folder there.
There is #watched from Tim. Thank you, Tim.
Nice.
Yes, you saw the bonus session and downloaded. Good. I'm glad. I did want to make sure that we recorded as many as we could. You know, Mike, I always feel really bad when we don't get to record all of it. I know it's really tough.
Yes.
We simply, we want to do as much as we can. Thank you so much, Michael, for your donation. Really,
so nice.
Really appreciate it. And as we say, it really, it doesn't have to be much, just whatever you can. This and next week, we are supporting charitable cause here on the Isle of Wight.
Which, when you say here on the Isle of Wight, that's where we're based.
That's where we are based.
That's where Music Radio Creative is. This is where this lovely studio is. It's on the Isle of Wight. And I really mean this. If you're watching now and you ever make it to the Isle of Wight, make sure to look up Isabella and I and come and have a cup of tea with us. We would absolutely love that.
Thank you so much to Finn Fitness, thank you so much. And he says, no script from me today. I just want to support you guys in your course. Thank you really very, very much. It's really kind of you.
Oh, that's so nice. And actually, Finn Fitness, I believe you're in my course, my online course over at courses.musicradiocreative.com. So thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. Very much appreciated.
Fantastic.
So, right, let's get into Adobe Audition and start producing up some of these wonderful scripts that we've got here. And let's start off with, we got Doug here. So we got this. Let's bring in the audio here. The audio, of course, would be good if I had the audio without the music in the background. So I'm just going to pause the music and get back into it. And then you can hear what I'm putting together so far. So we got this.
You're watching the Creator Hangout stream.
And I'm just going to cut this so that it sounds nice. So
stream.
Okay, let's see. So we've got you're watching the Creator Hangout stream. Let's make that a bit louder so I can see the waveform.
You're watching the Creator Hangout stream.
Okay, extend that a little bit and extend that so it sounds nice. And we've got
you're watching the Creator Hangout stream.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll put like a little effect halfway through. So we've got
Hangout stream.
Hangout stream.
Hangout stream.
You're getting really good at this voiceover biz. You need to maybe think about getting yourself listed on the Music Radio Creative website.
Creator Hangout stream. You bet.
There you go, because it's good stuff. You're getting better every week. And remember, Isabella, the audio unicorn here at Music Radio Creative, is learning as much as she can about audio.
You're watching the Creator Hangout stream.
There we go. And I'm just going to slightly move this over like that and pan it ever so slightly so we get a stereo effect at the end.
The Hangout stream.
Nice. Okay, that's the first one and I'm going to mix that down in a moment, but next we got this.
A Merry Christmas to all our listeners from Mike and Graham on Saturday Morning Live.
Talk a bit more, Isabella, about what's happening here at Music Radio Creative while I search for the Christmas jingle effects, which you can actually buy from our website if you really like them.
Yes, absolutely. So we do have the whole libraries with Christmas stuff. We will show it to you in just a minute whilst Mike is looking for them and trying to find them. Tim has just posted, Isabella, if I don't another £1, can you do the script for me from last week I sent to you? Absolutely. And he speak piping to me the pronunciation because it was absolutely fine, Tim. If you post over a super chat, we will make sure to get it right to you. We might need to do it off the stream because I know the pronunciation was a little bit tricky and I do want to make sure to get this right for you. So absolutely no problem at all. Yeah, so anyone new watching, anyone joining us for the very first time, do post #new. We want to give you a special wave and welcome you very warmly. And we are welcoming, obviously, very warmly everyone who's here and who's been here before. You guys are absolutely fantastic. And thank you so much for coming on board.
Always appreciate you tuning in.
And supporting.
To the live stream, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's we are doing something slightly different today. So Mike is just about to produce the first batch.
Hang on a moment, there's more coming.
Super chats, yes.
A Merry Christmas to all our listeners.
Nice.
So something like that. This is from the Christmas Library. Andrew Gill, thank you very much.
Andrew. A Merry Christmas to all our listeners from Mike and...
Okay, I'm just producing that one up now. This one is going out to Michael G.
From Mike and Graham on...
Okay, we're just going to add a couple of effects to this. So thank you, Isabella, for keeping us up to date on what exactly is happening on this stream.
I'm trying
how people
to
can participate.
The comments as they come in as well. So I'm watching. Yeah. I'm watching comments here.
A Merry Christmas to all our listeners.
Cracker, who's new. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is a bit of an unusual one. Usually we just record. Everyone just posts. We try to do as much as we can. But as it's Christmas and it's time of giving, we've decided to convert those slightly for the next 2 years. 2 years.
That'd be nice.
Two streams even, and make it a little bit of fun and actually do something good at the same time.
All right, Isabella, I'm going to dive back in. I'm going to produce some more jingles and show on the screen exactly what I'm doing. And while I'm doing that, you might want to tot up the donations so far so that when I finish this little section, you can bring us up to speed with that. Well, let's hold it onto it for a second while I stream this. So I'm going into my sound effects. By the way, I'm using my Adobe Audition presets right now to make these, and I'm tidying these up, working really fast, much faster than I'd usually work when producing. This is kind of like production, speedy production, really.
You're listening to the Sebastian Rodriguez Show.
Okay, now that obviously sounds rubbish because that effect just like totally obliterates Isabella at one place. Plus, I need to move it onto the process tracks.
You're listening to the Sebastian Rodriguez Show.
Okay, we need to insert some effects in here. Now, one thing I will say about production, because as much as it's really nice to go through really fast and create these, thank you, Rowan Ford, for the donation there. It's also nice to kind of tell you a little bit about what I'm up to. So what I'm doing is, as I'm producing, I'm dragging in sound effects from the library. Now, given I do know this sound effects library really well, so I can kind of know exactly what I want, and I'm tidying it up. What you'll also realize if you're learning audio production for the first time, for instance, if you're in one of my courses and you're learning how to do this kind of stuff, or you're just teaching yourself using your favorite audio editor, what you'll realize over time is you can kind of tell what's going on with audio just by looking at the waveform. And that's how I edit when I'm doing these live streams, because obviously I can't keep auditioning because you hear it on the stream and it kind of overwrites Isabella as she's talking. So I edit a lot when I'm doing this. I edit a lot by visuals rather than actually hearing, which is not the way I do it when I'm producing professionally, because I want it to be, I want to make sure it's all spot on. And it usually comes out all right, of course, but this is very much visual audio editing.
But I think it's actually fascinating because on my audio unicorn journey, I actually find myself doing that a lot too. I'm a naturally visual person. And there is a lot you can see in audio. In audio,
yes, once you know what you're looking for, right?
Exactly. Yes. So I actually find it very helpful. I think it's actually really, really cool. I mean, as you say, you would usually both watch and listen, but it's and
once you get your favorite sound effects library and you kind of know what you like, then you can right, let's have a listen to the jingle so far. So we've done one for Doug, and it sounds like this.
You're watching the Creator Hangout stream.
That's really nice. Then we did one for what do we got here? We did one for Michael.
A Merry Christmas to all our listeners from Mike and Graham on Saturday Morning Live.
And then we've got this one, which is for...
You're listening to the Sebastian Rodriguez Show.
That's for Hey It's Ebb. And then we're just finishing up the Tim Reedman. I noticed there's a lot of super chat scripts to be doing, so we'll get into some more in a second.
Favorite music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
Okay, so I need to do something clever with that.
Favorite music.
So we've got this.
Playing you your favorite.
Okay, and there's a bit of a pre-roll there as well. So
Tim James playing.
Okay, so we need Tim James, and then we need that effect. So it's Tim James
playing you.
So it's Tim James playing you. So like that. So
Tim James playing.
Okay, and we need to make that stereo, of course. So let's pull that down to a stereo track like that. So we'll have something like this.
Tim James playing.
Tighten that up. Tim James
playing you your favorite.
All right, and then we're going to obviously stutter this because it's going to sound really good. So let's move this down to another track around here.
Playing you your...
And we're going to double that up so we get a kind of...
Playing you your favorite music.
There you go, see, like that. And then I'm just going to make that a bit louder, and I'm going to zoom in a bit further, and I'm going to stutter this out a little bit on here. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. And it's like...
Playing you your favorite music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
Bit of a pause there, so I'm going to pull that in, and that's going to go on the echo track there. So we're going to get this.
90s and today.
And then we're going to take the decades, and we're going to put them on the flanger track. So we get a final sweeper that sounds like this.
Tim James, playing you your favorite music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
There you go, something like that. Does that sound all right, Isabella?
That sounds
the 60s.
great.
60s. I just need to take 60s because I didn't put 60s down on the flanger track.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
Okay, and that's the 4 initial jingles ready. Back to you, Isabella, while I mix them down and save them out, and then we'll get back. So now we've done up to Tim Reedman, and we're moving on to Jeremy Dennis next.
Fantastic.
Isabella, over to you.
Over to me. So
I'll bring some music in for you as well.
The rolling total we have so far is £76.04 after all the conversions. So I've been trying to convert all the different dollars and US dollars and euros. You guys are very, very kindly donating. So 76
Thank you, Jeffrey.
pounds.
Thank you.
Thank you. Woohoo. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. It's very, very kind of you. So that brings it back up to 81 now. So thank you so much. And you can also read a little bit more about our charitable cause at mrc.fm/charity. It is a cause that's very, very close to our hearts as it affects our daughter, and this particular support group, so it's a self-help group who essentially organize just fun events for children with type 1 diabetes, just to make them feel a little bit less alone, I guess, because that's one thing that our daughter struggles with, and it is just realizing, why her, and is there anyone else like her? So we've actually gone recently to a Christmas party, so you can see on the mrc.fm/charity, you can actually see a little picture. There is a donation check. One of the other parents presented in there.
There it is on the screen. Oh no, that's my email.
That's it.
There we go. There it is.
And our daughter is there in that picture too, with a wonderful staff from NHS, actually, because that group, quite a lot of people who run it are actually NHS staff.
Which is, for those of you watching outside the UK, that's the National Health Service here.
That's right. Thank you, Mike, for making sure that
It's an international stream, Isabella.
Yes, absolutely.
But also, I don't know, just while I'm saving out these jingles, and then we'll get into the next batch of free jingles, how personal you want to go with this. But I'm just thinking, Isabella, it might help someone who's watching now. Who knows? I mean, obviously, God forbid, but this is something that can affect anyone in any region of the world, type 1 diabetes.
It can.
And maybe you want to talk a little bit about the moment when Zara was essentially, our daughter, was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and how that came about, and how we found out what it was, and what could have happened if we hadn't been so lucky and hadn't caught it so early. I think it might just help someone else who may be in a similar situation.
I shall do that. Thank you, Mike. Yes, it was a very, very hard time for us. It only happened this year. It was April the 22nd. We will probably never forget the date. But our daughter just all of a sudden started to be very thirsty. We thought that, maybe it's just, she got a cold.
And she was going to the toilet a lot.
She was going, obviously as a result of drinking a lot, she was very thirsty. And we just thought, maybe it's just a cold, and we thought, we'll wait a couple more days and then we will go to the doctor. And then one Saturday evening, because it was a Saturday, the 22nd of April, we were sitting down thinking, you know what, it's been going on for a few days now. Let's just Google and see if we find something. And the first thing that kept coming up is like diabetes, and specifically type 1 diabetes. And we're like, it so happened we had a testing kit at home. So Mike went through a very...
Blood glucose testing kit,
yeah. Mike went through a sort of a health craze for some time, and
self-quantification. I'm a Tim Ferriss fan.
That's right. And we had a glucose testing kit, so we thought, well, let's just give it a try. let's just test her. So she actually just happened that she went to the toilet. We could hear her going to the toilet. It was evening. I was like, Zara, come downstairs, quick, come downstairs. I just want to show you something. She was terrified, obviously, you know, tell a 6-year-old that you suddenly need to pierce their finger to do a blood test. She was like, no, what are you doing to me? I'm like, just trust me, I need to do this. And we've tested and it just came up as high. So it didn't even give a number. It was literally off the scale of the meter.
The blood glucose level was reading as high, yeah.
Yes. We phoned up. There is a number here in the UK we can call, which is 111. So it's that kind of like non-urgent emergencies in a way. We phoned them up,
and they said, "Come straight in."
Yes. And the lady over the phone said, "Well, you guys have to come into the emergency room now, like right now,
and don't delay." Yeah.
Yeah. So we did straight away, and pretty much within 10 minutes that we were told, yeah, she's got type 1 diabetes. We were whizzed off to the children's ward, and our lives
4 days,
changed.
4 nights in hospital.
Yeah, our lives just changed from 1 second to another. It seemed. It's just, you know, all of a sudden we were like, we essentially were told, if we have delayed it till the morning, likely we would have to bring her into hospital unconscious, because that's how...
It's just a really scary thing.
It is a really scary thing. She was already in ketosis, so that's essentially when your body releases toxins back into your body.
Which is the reason I wanted you to tell the story, Isabella, because, you know, if you know, and I say God forbid, but if this situation did occur for you, your child was super thirsty or going to the toilet lots, those are...
Don't ignore this. I mean, it's, you know,
yeah.
It's not something we ever thought about. I mean, you never think about, oh, you know, I need to know what the symptoms for type 1 diabetes are. It's just one of those things you just don't, you know, you just don't know. And we didn't either, but thank God for Google, and thank goodness for Mike's craze in health self-quantification. And we had the meter at home, so we actually self-diagnosed pretty much on the spot. But yeah, it's been a tough time for us all. It changes your life. You have to readjust pretty much everything. You know, Zara has 4 injections throughout the day, and for a child, it's a lot to take. It really is a lot to take. And even till today, even though it's been quite a few months since diagnosis, she still asks, you know, why me? And the group that we've chosen to support with our with your super chats this season is simply amazing, because they organize events for children affected by type 1 diabetes.
There it is, mrc.fm/charity, or just a donation via super chat would be very much appreciated.
Yes, that's right. So essentially, you know, those guys help the children come to terms with what they have ahead of them throughout all of their life, and they just make it fun as much as you can make fun of something that's so serious. So yeah, so that's that. Gosh, that went very very serious,
very deep,
and we really appreciate that. So we are going to roll the full total that you guys have been very kindly, you've been donating throughout the super chat. So we are going to add it all onto the Just Giving page that Mike has been showing. There is no way for us to transfer it automatically, so at the end of the stream we will add it up and put it in there. If you are watching a replay to the live stream and you would like to support the cause, simply go to mrc.fm/charity, and you can help support the cause so close to...
Are you watching the Just Giving page as well, Isabella? Because I can see Ian has made a donation there on the Just Giving page recently. So anyway, let's get back into recording some more of your jingles, because lots of you are donating, including Rowan, who keeps redonating and asking for his jingle. So Rowan, we're definitely going to get to your jingle. We're definitely going to do it. And we're going to do a new session now. Right now, we're going to do a new session in Adobe Audition, and then we're going to start producing. I'm going to produce like a beast for the next half hour.
Go, produce like a beast.
Let's do these non-stop really quick so that we get them bashed out.
Okay, we've got loads to record.
We'll go back and forth. So you start with Jeremy's now.
Okay.
And say the name of the person, then clap, and then do the jingle.
Jeremy Dennis. I can't clap, by the way. It really... Sorry. Transmissions, your source for the latest Transformers news and reviews.
Mark Damon. Mark Damon live from the Algarve, Portugal, on LMR, London Music Radio.
Daft Cat Brewing. Daft Cat Brewing for beer, brewing, and event videos. Shall I do it again?
Richard Diggs. Seabird Radio, more great music and less chat.
Right. Surfing Tracker. You're listening to Alternative 80s, rated number 1 by people who like us best. What? Who
best,
like
yeah.
us best?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a minute. You're listening to Alternative 80s, rated number 1 by people who like us best.
Michael Suhovsky. It's Karaoke Wednesday at Woodhull Tavern. And you can do that one too, Isabella.
Okay. It's Karaoke Wednesday at Woodhull Tavern.
Andrew Gill. Mornings on Radio Warrington with Andy Gill. Over to you.
Okay. Rowan Ford. It's Wednesday morning on Access All Aerials.
Nice. Okay, this is for Tim Reedman. Please redo the K-Hawk Mott Min Merry Christmas. Sounds like directions. So we'll await further instructions on that for you, Tim. Let me do this one for Rowan Ford. And here's your 2-hour mix with Rowan Ford.
Okay. Jeffrey Moffey? Is that how you would say it? Moffey.
Yeah, Moffey.
Merry Christmas from all at Causeway Coast Community. Thanks to you, Thanks to you, we now have over 40,000 followers.
Don't worry, I can edit that. And let's do this one. 998888. Creative Kanbans help you manage your mental load. Buy a task board on amazon.com.au. Can as in, yes, I said that right. Good. Okay, we're stopping there, and I'm going to stop this session. That's awesome. Someone's promoting a product on Amazon Australia.
Nice.
I think Amazon Australia only just really spun up in the last year or so. Amazon, obviously, we've been used to having it here in the UK, and it's been in America for ages, but down in Oz, you haven't had that privilege until recently, I believe, because the logistics of delivering over such a huge continent is, I would imagine, probably a big challenge, Isabella.
Well,
you're familiar with Australia. We've been to Perth a few times.
We have indeed. So, yeah.
Lovely country.
Big shout outs, by the way, for all the latest super chatters. Thank you so much to Peter and to Dan. Thank you so much for your very kind donations, guys. They really do mean a lot to us personally. It's wonderful, to see that we can bring the jingle enthusiast community together and do something fun for the children, because that really is who it is for. So we thought we will turn this wonderful live stream to something a little bit different. And thank you to Ian Renix, who has donated directly through the Just Giving page. Nice. He says, I'm type 2. My wife has been type 1 for 39 years. So there you go. It affects
a lot of people around the world.
It does, and it's one of those quiet disabilities. It is actually officially. It's
not a visible disability. Well, not really. You wouldn't really know.
In the UK, it is classed as a disability. So I guess severe enough for the government and NHS to really take it very very seriously. It's almost like a life sentence in certain ways, because you have to change your life, significantly. So we still haven't tackled, and we still have to, in some way, try to learn how to get through things such as sleepovers. Is our daughter ever going to be able to go for a sleepover? I don't know. I don't even know how I would approach that. But it's all of that. It just makes it a little bit harder, and the charitable cause we've chosen just makes it kind of nicer for the children, because they realize they are not alone, and they can do things together in a safe environment with nurses and doctors. On that picture on that page, there are actually a lot of the nurses and doctors that we see on a regular basis. Fantastic group of people who are so dedicated to just helping kids do something special.
I see Webmaster is watching all the way from St. Helena Island. Hey. Thank you, which is somewhere in the middle of the South Atlantic, I believe. I know that because we have a map on the wall here, and I see St. Helena. Yeah, it's nice. Lovely. Anyway, let's move on with this. So nice to have you watching there, Webmaster. Right, and you've made a donation as well, so that's super, super cool of you. So I'm just going to edit up some of these jingles here and get them sounding good. So we got that there. So we've got this one here. Let's have a listen to this one. We've got
Transmissions, your source for the latest Transformers news and reviews.
That sounds like a good one. I would listen to something like that. Nice. Transformers. If you need the Optimus Prime voice, I might do that for you.
Mark Damon live from...
So that's Mark Damon, and then we're going on to Daft Cat Brewing, which is this one here. So just going to turn this section up a little bit. Here we go. Let's listen.
Daft Cat Brewing for beer, brewing and event videos.
There we go. That's nice. And then we've got this one here, which is
Seabird Radio.
Seabird Radio, which is good. We're going to edit this one. So I'm just very quickly going through again, quite visually, just finding out where these jingles are.
Surfing Tracker.
Surfing Tracker.
You're listening to Alternative.
What? And then play.
Who like us best?
So we'll go from here.
You're listening to Alternative 80s, rated #1 by people who like us best.
Nice. Okay, so that's cut and ready to go over there. And then we're going here.
It's Karaoke Wednesday at Woodhull Tavern.
Okay, and that's for both of us. So I'm going to move both of these jingles together. That's for Michael Suhovsky. So thank you, Michael. Going to get onto your jingle in a minute, and we'll get through this batch, and then more of your wonderful donations. Really wonderful to see so many of you giving so generously today to the charitable cause we're supporting. 100% of your money goes to that cause.
Mornings on radio.
Thank you to Christopher Cook, again, donating directly to the Just Giving page. Thank you. Christopher says, watching the live stream, don't have anything to record yet, but would love to pop in and meet you both next time we're on the Isle of Wight. My wife comes from Lake. All the best,
Wednesday
Chris.
morning.
Nice.
Yes, definitely make sure if you're ever coming to the Isle of Wight, we are based here, so if we always make sure to drop us a line and say so.
Please read it.
And that brings our rolling total to £141.36. Thank you so much. We've set a goal of £500. We hope we can raise through this and next week's live stream. And it's wonderful to see so many of you really cool. Helping along.
Okay, let's keep editing here.
Please redo the K-Hawk mod.
Hang on, we're getting to...
And here's your 2-hour mix with Rowan Ford.
So that's Rowan Ford there, which is, let's see.
Jeffrey.
And here's your 2-hour mix with Rowan Ford. Okay, yeah, still following this through in order here. And
Jeffrey Moffey.
Then we've got this one.
Merry Christmas from all at Causeway Coast Community. Thanks to you, Thanks to you.
And then cutting there, so it goes in like that.
Thanks to you.
We just need to make a little edit there. Let's pull that in like that. Crossfade.
Host community. Thanks to you, we now have over...
And then we've got the final one in this batch, I think, is here.
998888. Creative Can Bands help you manage your mental load.
There we go. That's
Buy a task board on amazon.com.au.
Okay, that's cool. Right, now we've got all our jingles there. They're ready to produce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 jingles to make right now. This is amazing.
Go, Mike.
I'm actually going to save this. I'm going to save this as FJF 2018-1207. And make sure I save that just in case. You never know. Sometimes crashes come at the worst time possible. So let's get in some of these sound effects. And I'm going to pop that in now, just down here in the sound effects panel. And we're going to listen to this. And that voice is going to come in here. So we've got this going here.
Transmissions, your source.
Okay, and we need a new vocal effect there. So let's pull that down.
Your source for the latest.
And then we're pulling in one more vocal effect, which is going to come in here.
Transformers news and reviews.
Transformers news and reviews. Okay, let's do something a little bit crazy here because we did get another generous donation from Jeremy asking for the Optimus Prime kind of effect. Hang on. You know what I'm going to do here, which might...
Your source for the latest Transformers news and reviews.
Something like that?
Your source for the latest Transformers.
Hang on.
For the latest Transformers news and reviews.
Hang on, I'm just going to level that together, right? Are you making
me sound like Optimus? Latest Transformers news and reviews.
Something like that. Let's just pull that down a bit.
Transformers news and reviews.
So something like that, and then we've got that transformery effect at the end.
Your source for the latest Transformers news and reviews.
It's good.
Nice.
Okay.
By the way, all the jingles are available at mrc.fm/FJF.
Mark Damon live from the Algarve, Portugal.
As well for you guys.
Yes, indeed. Right, let's make this one now.
Mark Damon live from the Algarve, Portugal on...
Okay, and we're going to do this one like this. Algarve, Portugal, and Portugal's going to have a special effect, and we're going to put that there. We're going to put that there. You see, the reason I'm also I have the luxury of producing really fast on these live streams is I use my Adobe Audition presets, which obviously are available for you to buy at mrc.fm/presets. But also, I just advise and people who are students who are taking my course right now, the audio production online course. What I actually say in that course is actually by the end of the course, I want you to know how to make your own template. So you don't need to use my template, but you can actually create your own template. You can understand what everything's doing, and then it just speeds up everything no end. I remember when I used to go file new multi-track session and start from default and had the effects in manually.
Nice.
It's a real time consumer. Right, let's listen to this.
Damon live from the Algarve, Portugal on LMR, London Music Radio.
And then we're going to take London Music Radio and we're going to like stereo that out a bit.
London Music Radio.
And add the echo to the end like that. And then moving on to the next one, which is going to be this one. And we're going to get this. This is a nice little swoosher. Let's move this in down around here. And we've got this. Let's listen. Play.
Daft Cat Brewing for beer.
That's on the clean track. Let's pump that up a bit.
Daft Cat Brewing for beer. Daft Cat Brewing for beer.
When did I teach you to say daft instead of daft? Isabella.
Isabella.
Seriously.
So daft.
Right, let's get this in here.
Daft Cat Brewing for beer.
And then let's move that down here and listen.
For beer. Brewing and event videos.
And then we'll just tighten that up so we get the nice effect at the end. Perfect. Oh, and a little fade out there at the end would go nicely.
And event videos.
Okay, on to the next one here, and this one's coming in for, where are we to now? Richard Dix. Thank you, Richard Dix, for the donation. And we're going to find different effects. That's a nice one. I like that one. And in a second, Isabella, when I finish this batch, I'll save them out and I'll hand back over to you to bring us an update, not only on the donations, but also anything that's going on in the chat.
I just had a brilliant idea, by the
way.
And
any news, save it.
I've just had a brilliant idea.
Seabird Radio.
You're going to have a long session in a moment to talk.
Okay. Seabird Radio. More great music and less chat.
And we'll move that in. We'll also put another glitcher or something in. Let's see what we can find. Oh, that's lovely. I love that effect. That's really nice. Hang on, let's pull that in here.
Seabird Radio. More Seabird Radio. More great.
And then we're going to take this. You've been so generous, by the way, those of you watching right now with your super chats going to our charitable cause. Thank you.
Seabird Radio. More great music and less chat.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the one in just a moment, and I'm going to download the sound effect of seabirds. I'll do that, though, while you're talking, Isabella, so I don't waste time. That's coming up in a minute. I want to add some seabirds to that.
Alternative 8.
As it's Seabird Radio. So we've got something like this coming in now with you, Isabella.
You're listening to Alternative 80s, rated number 1.
No, that's the perfect one to go in the middle of a sweeper there, so we can have this.
You are so fast. It always amazes me. It's like, whoa, swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
Yeah, that's it. Fran sure says, Mike, you make it look so easy. And Doug says it's always fascinating. It is. It's like...
Well, I hope it is. You know, I hope it is, and I hope in these live streams, I always wonder, and I would love to hear the feedback from those of you watching. Like, do these live streams bring you value? I mean, I know we produce jingles for those of you who donate, but I hope that actually watching me do this production is educating in some way, because I feel like I'm going so fast. Is anyone actually learning from what I'm doing here?
Yeah, absolutely. Post #yes if they do bring you value. So we would love to see if that's the case. And I was going to say you are like a magician, you know, you kind of wave the wand and everyone just stays mesmerized and we're just watching and following you on the screen.
You know, anyone who puts enough time into learning this craft can do it, and can do it really well. It's like one of my students, Shane, in the audio production course, he said, you know, I've had a go at art and, you know, I'm not really good with the visual stuff. But when it comes to audio, Shane said, and I thought this was a great description, it is a form of art. Audio, and you've even called it art before, Isabella, yourself, that art art is something that, you know, is different. It means different things to different people. But audio is something that Shane said he feels he can work really well with. Yeah. And I agree, it is art. It's literally like putting that brush to the canvas. And that's where products such as Adobe, who are constantly trying to help us be more creative, help us to really focus on the task at hand. Just to go on a little tangent here for a moment, it's like some of the features that came out in Adobe Audition CC 2019 are amazing, like the noise reduction and stuff. I think certainly as audio producers, but specifically as podcast producers, we no longer have to worry so much about what a spectral decay rate is and, you know, the frequencies we need to focus on. We now have denoise, de-reverb, which you've been using a lot, Isabella, in your audio unicorn journey, and it's fantastic. And there's going to be more of that coming down the line. I mean, I was at an Adobe reveal in London a couple of weeks ago where they were showing off, this is no secret, Project Gemini. It was announced at the Adobe Max conference, where you can actually, I don't know, have you seen the demo of Project Gemini? I've not, Isabella. I have to play the YouTube video. I was trying to play it to my dad the other day, who loves doing the visual stuff. And you can actually put watercolors. They have now watercolor brushes you can put to a canvas, like you would in Photoshop, and it actually spreads out on the screen. And if you merge in with another color, it actually merges and mixes with the other color. It's visual, but it's amazing, Isabella.
There you go.
Project Gemini. Google Project Gemini.
There you go. I shall make. Yes, we definitely need to do that. And I can see the wave of yeses coming in.
Oh, thank
there
you.
is lots of yeses. Yes, very educating.
Keep it
Love
going.
it. Definitely. The live streams are worth more than money can buy. So
all right.
yes.
Back to you in a moment, Isabella. I'm just going to wrap up these and then.
Rated #1 by people who like us best.
Okay, let's just tidy this up a bit. So we'll pull this down here.
Rated #1.
No, that's silly.
Rated #1 by people who like us best.
Right, we're going to split this effect somehow. So it's going to be people
who like us best.
Okay, who like us best.
People who like us best.
And could I do something really silly with you here? I wonder. Let's pitch shift you. So I always love playing with my pitch shifter. Just slightly, otherwise it's going to sound a bit silly. And like that, so...
One by like us best. One by who like us.
Let's move that back a bit because we're not quite in the zone here. So let's move this out and we're going to have something like this.
Rated #1 by people who like us best.
Something like that. It's a bit silly, but I thought we could try.
Who like us best.
So something like that. So
#1 by people who like us best.
And then at the end we'll put the like that. Finalizer.
Best.
So something like this.
By people who like us best.
Bit tighter.
By people who like us best.
There you go. Is that okay? That wasn't too silly, was it? And then Michael.
It's Karaoke Wednesday.
It's Karaoke Wednesday. A bit of a dual thing going on here. Let's just disarm the recording here.
It's Karaoke Wednesday at Woodhull Tavern. Woodhull Tavern.
Okay, so we'll do... Hang on, let's solo this for a second.
It's Karaoke Wednesday at Wood...
One tip I'll give you, Isabella, and hopefully this is helping you, but others watching as well who are trying to get into voiceover.
At Woodhull Tavern.
Can you pace? When you say scripts, it's fantastic if you can actually pace your scripts. So when you're reading a script, don't just rifle through it. Don't just say, morning on Radio Warrington with Andy Gill. Just say, mornings on Radio Warrington with Andy Gill. And there's a good way that you can do this. If you get a big script in front of you, I've seen voiceover artists doing this, particularly when working with audiobooks or promo reads. They'll actually like put little dashes and slashes across the scripts. It's like pause here, raise up here, raise down here kind of thing. And that's the way you can kind of level up your voiceover game. But it's so important. I can't stress this enough. If you're watching this as a voiceover artist or aspiring voiceover artist, please give us lots of pauses. As audio producers, I can tell you we really appreciate it. Because if you don't pause during a script, what that means is when I want to make an edit or change or put a different effect on your voice, it makes it really hard because I kind of had to cut you midway. Might not sound natural. But if you give me lots of different takes, like mornings with Andy Gill on Radio Warrington, I can work with that, you know. And it's the same thing. Give me many takes. This is not something you did specifically here, but like specifically when you're doing radio station call letters, rather than mornings with Mike Russell on KABC, could you do mornings with Mike Russell on KABC? K-A-B-C. So you say all the letters together, but then also gives me a little bit of flexibility to get K-A-B-C and maybe do some beats or whatever. You know what I mean, Isabella?
I do, yeah. I absolutely do know what you mean.
Back to it. Here we go. So let's finish these edits here now, and we're going to have this.
It's Karaoke Wednesday
at Woodhull Tavern.
And we're going to pull in that. Oh, no, we've had that already. Let's move a different one in. That's a passing satellite. We've had that too. Let's move... This is cool. So that's going to go in now at a space down here. Chirpy Bang is going to go in for Michael here. So we're going to have...
It's Karaoke Wednesday
at Woodhull Tavern.
And then I'm going to move this down a little bit over here. So we'll get something like this.
It's Karaoke Wednesday.
At Woodhull Tavern.
Let's move that over a bit.
Karaoke Wednesday.
At Woodhull Tavern.
Nice and tight, so it flows still, which is good. And then we got...
On Radio Warrington with Andy Gill.
Okay, so we're going to move in Andy Gill's stuff. Let's pull in a bit of a rocky. I feel like something a bit rocky here, so let's pull this in for you, Andy.
Mornings on Radio Warrington.
And then we'll move that hit in just around there.
With Andy Gill.
And then Andy Gill is going to be like this, and it's going to sound super cool.
With Andy Gill.
Like that.
With Andy Gill.
And then we got something like this.
Mornings on Radio Warrington. With Andy Gill.
Just a nice hit. It's a perfect impact jingle to go into your first song or whatever of the hour. And then we've got this.
It's Wednesday morning on Access All Aerials.
Access All Aerials. Okay.
Access.
Okay, and we're going to move that there and that there. And then we're going to move in some sound effects. So let's see what we've got here. So that's going to go there, and that's going to go there. And it's going to sound like this.
It's Wednesday morning on Access All Aerials.
Okay, and that's Isabella. And then we've got two more jingles before I'll hand back to you, Isabella, for a bit. And then we'll...
we've got quite some more to record.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for the donations. I can't wait for a running total in a moment as well. But let's just finish this up because I want to squeeze these all into the stream.
Go, go, go. Merry Christmas.
Oh, we're going festive here, so that's fantastic. Okay, let's move you up into the process track here. And we'll move this one down a bit over here. And then let's bring in some Christmas sound effects so we can really jazz it up for Christmas, seeing as we're doing a Christmassy thing. Or we're going to get church bell or something like that. Let's stick that in, why not? And we've got the opportunity to do so. Here we go, just loading in. Give it a second. There we go. Okay, what have we got so far?
Merry Christmas from all at Causeway Coast Community.
And then we're going to move in a final jingle here. Maybe some jingle bells or something like that. So that could go there. Let's see how this sounds.
Thanks to you, we now have over 40,000 followers.
Oh, and I'm going to do a false reverb on the end there. And that ring, that last ring, is going to have a lovely ring to it because I'm going to put it on that track. And I'm going to do this, and it's going to sound... There we go. Let's just cut that there. So, oops. Keep that in and play back.
Thanks to you, we now have over 40,000 followers.
Really good enthusiasm on that sweeper, Isabella. It sounds great. Yeah, no, you really do sound good. And then we'll do this last jingle here. Maybe not that one. So we got this.
Can bands help you manage your mental...
Right, so we're going to bring this up to a clean track up here. So we've got this.
Creative can bands. Creative can bands help you manage your mental load.
And then another one in here.
Load.
And then the final bit is going in here.
Buy a task board on Amazon.com.au. Your mental load. Buy a task board on Amazon.com.au.
And we're done. We're done. Okay, I'm going to mix those. I'm going to save them into mrc.fm/FJF. And back over to you, Isabella. Bring us up to date on everything that's been going on.
I shall bring you back up to date. Thank you so much for your very kind donations. Anyone who has not heard me say that before, we are donating all the super chats from today's stream and the next week's stream to a charity that's very close to our hearts. You can check out the details at mrc.fm/FJF. MRC.fm/charity. So the running total from the super chats came to so far £120.93 plus the £30 donated directly through the Just Giving page, which makes it £150.93 already. Now, I did have an idea, and I hope you're not going to say Isabella to me. So I thought, so let's make it fun for anyone who's rewatching later on and would like to still participate and maybe, you know, have ability to get something. How about we are, by the way, going to include all of the super chats that came in as well. So I've been taking a note of them as we were going along. And I thought for the person who's going to donate the highest amount, we could give one of your presets for free. How about that?
Oh, that would be totally amazing, Isabella. Yeah. Well, no, I totally believe in you in that. So off you go. Yeah. So just saving out these jingles now.
The most generous donation will be greeted with a set of Mike's presets, the Adobe Audition presets that you can see Mike working on a screen just as we were going through and producing all the various different things.
Yeah.
So if you would like to donate, simply head over to MRC.fm/charity and
MRC.fm/charity. We'll try and get that in the chat for you as well.
Yeah, I've literally just posted it in there, so you will be able to see it in the chat. So MRC.fm/charity. The highest donation is going to be winning the free Adobe Audition presets worth $225. So I hope you can get generous as we go along and help us support charity that's very close to our hearts. It really supports the children with type 1 diabetes here on the Isle of Wight, where we are based. Our daughter is directly affected, and that cause is helping her directly. So we felt that was only appropriate to choose.
Yes.
For our festivities this season. So we really are grateful for any help you can offer. And it's just very wonderful to be able to do something for others, I guess. And that's what we would like to do today too.
And here's your 2-hour mix with Rowan Ford. Mix with Rowan Ford.
Just saving that, sorry.
That's all right.
Nearly there. Nearly done everything.
Nice.
And then, I'm just saving these out. Yes. So let's see, Rowan Ford.
This is Beth has just posted, Mike, can you do a voiceover for a fee? Yes, Mike can do a voiceover for a fee. Head over to musicradiocreative.com. You can choose Mike's voice on the list of voices we have, and he can record any script for you. You can place the order online. You get a quote online instantly as well. So it's musicradiocreative.com. If you have any trouble and if you would like a little bit of help, simply drop us an email at contact@musicradiocreative.com. This is what we do. We record jingles. We have a wonderful team of talented voiceover artists and producers, and we make great sounding audio. That's what we do here, right?
That's what we. That's absolutely what we love to do, Isabella. And by the way, you're wrong. It's not musicradiocreative.com that they need to go to. It is. Are you ready for this?
Okay, go.
It is
musicradiocreative.com.
Okay, always remember that.
It's not
musicradiocreative.com. Hang on, Isabella, you should try and lip sync it. Hang on, I'll do it first. Here we go. It's
musicradiocreative.com.
Okay, and Isabella, do you want to just sing it? No, sing a different one. Are you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, it's
musicradiocreative.com.
musicradiocreative.com if you didn't already know.
There you go. That's it.
Right.
That's the one. We have still some super chats to record. We likely will produce them off the air, but we still have some to record. Are you ready to record now, Mikey?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just zoom in and get to the place that I'm supposed to be.
We can run a little bit over the usual time allocated. We can never finish on time.
Of course we can. No, we never can, because you are just always, those of you watching, you're always just so generous. You always, you always send us super chats, but specifically, on this one and the next one where we're donating 100% of the money you give us to the charitable cause. You've chosen to be super generous today, and we're really, really grateful for that. And we know the children here on the Isle of Wight who are living with type 1 diabetes it will just make their Christmas, their holiday.
And thank you for Michael for the latest super chat. He just simply says an extra donation in your daughter's name. Thank you so much. It's very kind.
It's lovely. So very kind. Thank you. So let's get onto this and record some more. So I've got it all set up, and we're just going to go through the last here. Are these all of them now in the spreadsheet?
They simply are, yes.
Okay, fantastic. So I think we might put a cap on this stream and say that's it now.
That's it. So obviously, if you would like to put a super chat, that's very generous of you. We will put it as a donation towards our charitable cause, but we will not be able
more
to
jingles,
record
please,
today.
We'll do it again next week, though, at the earlier time of 10 a.m.
10 a.m.,
GMT.
yes.
10 a.m. GMT here in the UK.
And we will have to keep the next one to an hour because we are off on the ferry and into the mainland and doing all sorts of wonderful family things. So the next one will be exactly an hour long. But yes, 10 a.m. GMT next week, we will be back. So there will be opportunity to get some more stuff then.
Okay, here we go. Let's go back and forth nicely. So let's just see here.
Can I do the first one?
It's going to be, Isabella, Mike, Isabella, Mike, Isabella, Mike. Okay, let's just do it. So, okay, I'm recording now. Go.
Dan Romo, happy holidays.
Sorry, I'm just going to start you again. If you could just say the name, clap, and then read the script. It really helps me in production.
Dan Romo, happy holidays.
Oh, sorry, I'm doing the wrong thing now. Right, here we go. Webmaster. This is Saint FM, streaming live on the internet at always on Oh, okay. And again, Webmaster. This is Saint FM, streaming live on the internet and always on FM on St. Helena. I'm sorry, I'm really messing this one up. Webmaster. This is Saint FM, streaming live on the internet and always on FM on St. Helena, Ascension Island, the Falkland Islands, St. Helena's favourite community radio station. Over to you.
Okay, I can see we've missed a couple. Okay. Brian Farrell, you're on the top of... Oh, sorry. Okay, you're on the
Hang on, we're not going in order.
No, I know, but then we've missed them. We've missed them, so...
Can we go in order? It will help me to keep...
Okay, we go in order. All right, go. Tim Redman, Christmas, live at every day, every night. Oh, I need to record this one afterwards. Sorry, I haven't got the pronunciation. We are messing things about. It's my fault. But Mike, you need to record the Optimus Prime next.
Okay, here we go.
That's the order.
Jeremy Dennis. Transmissions, your source for the latest Transformers news and reviews.
Jenny G. Creative Kanbans. Creative Kanbans help you manage your mental load. Buy a task board at creativekanbans.com.au. Sorry.
Rowan Ford. And now another show is your airwaves on Access All Aerials. It's Rowan Ford with his 2-hour mix.
And again for Rowan, Access All Aerials with Rowan Ford.
DJ Road Dogg would like to wish all his listeners a Merry Christmas. DJ Road Dogg would like to wish all his listeners a Merry Christmas.
And there are two more at the top, Mike, we can't miss. So... Brian Farrell, you're on the top 10 Spirit Radio festive hits with Brian Farrell. And can you see the other one in red?
We did, and Andrew Gill.
But not Radio Warrington? I don't think, did you do that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I don't think you have. Can you just record just in case?
Let me check because I think back here.
Like us best.
Let's have a listen.
It's karaoke.
Here's your 2-hour mix with
all at Causeway Coast Community.
Chat. Bird Radio. More great music and bands help you manage your...
See, I don't think we have done that one. So go on.
Maybe not. Okay, so I'll do this one then.
Yeah.
Andrew Gill. Mornings on Radio Warrington with Andy Gill. There we go. All right.
There we go.
So.
There you go. Yes. we've recorded them all now. I hope that we have done every single one of them. You can download everything we do, by the way. You can head over to mrc.fm/FJF. This is where all those wonderful super chats are going to be posted today. And you can also, we have live last week's jingles there. So if you have missed your download last week, you can still access that over there. Happy holidays. This is, by the way, very, very cool to try to learn to talk over yourself.
Definitely.
I wonder whether there is any way for you to do it quietly so I don't hear it. Maybe we can work on that. That'll be quite cool. Yeah. Although it might be quite an advanced feature of live streaming. We will need to figure out for future live streams. But thank you so much for all of your very, very kind donations. So far,
Happy
our running
holidays.
total is £122.50 on the super chats through YouTube today. Thank you so much. We will be putting that straight onto Just Giving page as soon as we finish the live stream. There is also a generous £30 at the Just Giving page, and that brings it to a total of 150, which is wonderful. And we will be running a competition throughout this week, all the way till next Friday. For the highest donation, we'll get free Adobe Audition presets version 2.0.
Nice. So, very good. Very good indeed. Right, producing here. Producing here a bit more for you before we go off.
Happy holidays.
That's the first one, and then we've got...
Sorry, I'm doing the wrong thing.
What have we got?
This is Saint FM.
Okay, that one was a long script. This is the one we're going to take here. And then we've got another one coming in there. So this one is going to be here. And we're going to use... So we're going to pull this in here.
Are we going to be singing Merry Christmas at the end, by the way? I think we are.
This is Saint FM, streaming live on the internet and always on FM on St. Helena.
Right.
This is Saint FM, streaming live on the internet and always on FM on St. Helena.
And then we'll move this in here.
Helena, Ascension Island, the Falkland.
And then this here, and that will go up there.
Falkland Islands. St. Helena's favourite community radio station.
And then we'll move in there. And that will go in there.
Falkland Islands. St. Helena's favourite community radio station.
There we go. And we've got this.
You're on the top of... Oh, sorry. Okay, you're... No, I know, but then we've made... live at every day.
There we go. Let's move this in.
Christmas live at every day, every night. Oh, I need to record this one afterwards. Sorry.
This is really confusing, by the way. This spreadsheet, because I'm all over the place on this. I don't know whether I'm doing them or not. Let's see.
Jeremy Dennis.
Here we go, Jeremy. This is for you.
Transmissions.
Okay, let's make that little robotic for you. And we'll do this.
That's fine. You were catching the right one. So
Transmissions. Your source for the latest Transformers news and reviews. Transmissions.
Hang on, let's just change something here.
Transmissions. Your source for the latest Transformers news and reviews.
Let's move that over a bit.
Transmissions. Your source for the latest Transformers news and reviews.
Happy with that?
Yeah. Creative Kanbans help you manage your mental load. AU.
Okay, we'll pop that down here and we'll bring in this. We've used that one earlier. Let's try and find something different. Let's go into another directory now and use turntable stuff. So we'll move this in here and this up here. So we've got something to mix with, and we'll do this.
Creative Kanbans help you manage your mental load.
And this, pew, and then that will go into this. Oops. Let's move that one up there.
Mental load. Buy a task board at Creative Kanbans.
Need to edit you a bit tighter there.
Board at
and we'll find another impactor there.
Board at Creative Kanbans.
No, we don't want that effect. We want this one.
At Creative Kanban.
And then .com.au is going to go there.
.com.au.
There we go. And I think we've still got quite a few more.
Access all areas with Rowan Ford.
Okay. Oh, there's another one here.
And now another show is your airwaves on Access All Aerials. It's Rowan Ford with his 2 hour.
This one.
DJ Road Dogg would like to wish all his listeners a Merry Christmas.
So that's 3 for Rowan there. And then...
And there are 2 more at the top, Mike.
Okay.
We're on the top 10 Spirit Radio Festive.
Let's take that. And this one.
Right?
We did.
Hang on. Did I get both of them? There's...
Brian Farrell.
Oh, yeah. There was one more for Andy on Radio Warrington as well at the end there. So let's get those all cut. Here we go. Here it is. Zooming in a little bit more so we can see it. And moving this out. Okay, cool. So we've got this all here. Right, Isabella, what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce these up. And while I do that, because I'm going to be throwing in a few sound effects, I'll just hand over to you and let you bring us an update on some things. Maybe talk about some stuff that's going on here at Music Radio Creative. Anything we haven't mentioned so far on the live stream that's happening in the month of December.
In the month of December, we have quite a few promotions still happening after the Black Friday craze. We have all had to kind of undergo. It was really absolutely crazy. But a couple of our voices are actually still at the half-price deal. So it's Ryan and Francis, both of which have joined us actually on the live stream. They had so much fun. They thought, actually, let's keep the special for us for the whole of December. So they are still there. So you can get their voice for half the usual price. Simply head over to musicradiocreative.com, and when you browse the voices, you can there is a tab that's a special offers, so you can find Francis and Ryan by essentially clicking that button there. So that's still happening. I am also just about to actually prepare some special offers for the month of December. So there will be some discounts going on in our instant downloads store. Nice. So we've got some fantastic packages of sound effects, sound effects and music beds, all royalty free. We have some pre-made countdowns. In fact, one of our best sellers for December is a New Year countdown. So we get some of our best-selling voices. So this year we have selected Chase and Kay. So Chase, you've again, if you've watched our Black Friday special, he's joined us here on the live stream. Absolutely fabulous voice artist. And Kay, they've recorded the British version, and there is also American version with Amber and Danny. And it's simply a countdown for the new year. So it's a jingle. Well, 4 of the jingles in both. Well, so it's British and American version. So 8 jingles altogether, and it's simply a countdown that's just counting down to 2019. And then it's a countdown from 10 to 1 with some Big Ben chimes in the background and welcoming you to 2019. I will post the link in there now, in the comments now.
Nice.
So you can have a quick look at that. So that's one of our specials for the December time. In fact, so much so that when it comes to November, there are some people who wait for those eagerly. Comes December,
cool.
I will get a few emails coming in saying, "Are you doing the countdown for 2019? I really hope you do." So
that's so fantastic that actually it's an event that people actually wait for. Is the Music Radio Creative New Year countdown?
That's right. So it's a great thing, especially if you are live on the radio, or if you do a podcast show. It just kind of adds that extra special touch, and it really doesn't cost that much. It would cost you much more if you wanted to have it produced from scratch. But because we pre-make it, so it's £29.50, or in dollars, it is the whole $36.50. So it's really not breaking the bank, and you can add that extra special touch for the show, for that special show counting down to the next year. It's actually a big thing, isn't it? When it comes to the new year, many people treat it as a very big deal. You're starting afresh. It's the kind of, clean slate beginning.
Well, absolutely.
I really like that feeling of waking up on the 1st of January and thinking like, yeah, look, we've got the whole year ahead. What are we going to do next?
I know, it's fantastic, isn't it, to look forward to that time of year.
Yes.
And I love it. And actually, you know, talking about the holiday season, yes, we will be kind of, you know, winding down a little bit with work here at Music Radio Creative. Although in terms of making jingles, we're going to be around most of this holiday season. There will be some kind of service even over the Christmas period, because we don't just work with people in the UK and the US. We work with people all around the world, even in countries where you know, Christmas is not really a big thing. So we still work around the clock to serve those clients. So even though Isabella and I will hopefully take a day or two where we'll be relaxing, there's going to be Music Radio Creative here and available for you at musicradiocreative.com. Plus on YouTube, there's a lot of stuff that's going on still on my channel. So make sure to subscribe at youtube.com/musicradiocreative. I'm still doing the Ultimate Audio PC build that's it got really colorful yesterday when I installed some RGB fans. Isabella, do you like the fact that now we have an RGB fan like flashing around with all different colors and stuff? It looks really flashy. Thanks to Corsair for supplying the ML120s. Yeah. It's not your thing, is it?
No, not anyway. My thing totally. It's like you're receiving all of those packages and I'm like, so what? Yep, great.
Yeah,
I haven't got that.
Bit of a geek.
Yeah, that's it.
So there's stuff like that. I'll be doing some Christmassy videos. Some of them I've already pre-recorded and they're going to go out on my channel over Christmas. I actually did one about the Big Ben chimes, which is coming up around New Year. And I just remember the same thing with our New Year countdown. I don't know how it's working this year, Isabella. But obviously, you know, we like to use Big Ben, certainly here for the UK. That's a big icon of the New Year. But currently, if you go to London, Big Ben is in scaffolding.
It is, yes.
So I don't know if it's appropriate to use Big Ben for the New Year this year.
It is. It's just the icon of, you know, of the New Year. So there you go. The holidays. Yeah. But so it's fun. New Year is coming and we're very excited about it. And how are you doing with all of those super chats, Mike? Where are you?
I've got everything all produced out now. I'm just going to save. So we've got Dan Romo, happy holidays. Just going to like save these all out now for you in the free Jingle Friday directory. So this is for you, Dan Romo, saving in real time. Do you want to just post maybe the link again in the chat for people who don't know where they want to download the jingles from? This one for Webmaster I've just saved. Jeremy Dennis.
Transitions.
That's my Optimus Prime attempt there for Jeremy Dennis. Nice. Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to call it Jeremy Dennis 2, I think, because we did one for you earlier, Jeremy. Yes. Thank you
Transformers
so
are a
much.
big feature
hit
of our lives at the moment.
Creative Kanban.
Being very into Transformers at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Our son is toy, and I had to figure out how to transform it, and it took me ages. I was this close to having to pull out YouTube and actually learning how to transform them, but I did get that. There you go.
That's good. Yeah. It can often it can be the case, can't it, with these toys?
It can be the case, yes.
Okay, so Rowan Ford. Gosh, you've been really generous today, Rowan. So we're saving out loads of jingles for you here. Rowan Ford 3, Rowan Ford 4, Rowan Ford, Rowan Ford, Rowan Ford, Rowan Ford 5, and then we've got...
You're on the top 10 Spirit Radio.
This is where you went back in the spreadsheet, so that's Brian Farrell. Thank you, Brian, for your donation today. And then the final one here that I've got to save out
is
Mornings on Radio Warrington, and that one's going to Andrew Gill. And I think I'm pretty much up to date. Whoops, that needs to go out and be saved as Andrew Gill. Where's Andrew Gill in the spreadsheet here? Andrew Gill. So if I try and save that, it's telling me, do you want to overwrite? So we did do one for Andrew, but it looks like he's got a second one there. There we go. Okay.
There you go. And I was just going to do something at the very last minute. So the very next super chat that comes in is going to get the free countdown for 2019. So be quick.
What did you just say? Say that again for me. Sorry, I missed that. I just said
the very next person who's super chatting. So if we get one super chat now, obviously we are not going to record any custom scripts, but I'm going to give away the countdown to 2019.
Oh, I think that's such a festive offer, Isabella, that I need to bring in a little bit of festive music back again as we round off this live stream for the 7th of December 2018. It's been lovely to have you here watching. Thank you very much for joining us. There's Isabella, and yes, anyone who decides to super chat now in the last, let's say, 5 minutes of this live stream will get a free New Year countdown, basically.
Well, yeah. So the first person to super chat now, so the next super chat is getting the free countdown to 2019.
Okay,
so there
fantastic.
You go. So, and just a reminder to everyone, we are all the super chats are being donated to a charitable cause very close to our hearts, helping effectively children with type 1 diabetes here on the Isle of Wight, to make some fun events for them and just help them come into terms with the diagnosis. Our daughter has gone through that herself, and we just want to do something to support this wonderfully run organization that helped us so dearly.
Here it is on your screen. There are the kids on your screen just there in the photo, and you can see I just refreshed the page here, which you can access at mrc.fm/charity, and I can see some wonderful donations have actually been made via the page. Thank you, Michael. Jenny G, thank you. Christopher Cook, Ian there on the Just Giving page, which is really good, isn't it, Isabella?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tim, for the super chat as well. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, guys, and we will send the countdown as promised. Michael, you were the first one in, just as promised, so the countdown is heading over your way.
Come on, it's the festive season. Let's send it to Tim as well.
Oh, okay. You are such a softie, Mike. There you go, Tim.
There you go. And you can have a very happy New Year.
Indeed.
Just to show you before we go on the Music Radio Creative website here, if I go into is it the radio section, and I go down to instant downloads at musicradiocreative.com, I can find these are countdowns, like the countdown shows, aren't there? But we've got Christmas here. All the Christmas work parts. If you want to do your Christmas imaging, you can buy them at musicradiocreative.com. And then if I go to, where would I find the New Year stuff, or is that not online yet?
It's under countdowns.
Oh, it's under the countdown jingles.
Yep. And it's just there.
Oh yeah, New Year Countdown 2019. Oh wow, it's already there. Okay, fantastic. That's really good.
There, so you will grab, well, both Michael and Tim, as it was so close, we'll issue one after another.
Yes.
We will give it to you both.
By the way, it's a big hello to you if you're watching on Facebook, Periscope, or Twitch, or anywhere else. Like Bob Wirtz is saying, what is a super chat? We do get that a lot. So that's a YouTube only thing, isn't it?
It is a YouTube only thing. But if you would like to support the cause, so very close to our hearts, simply head over to mrc.fm/charity and you can do so there.
Yeah, and you can go here. You can go to this page anytime, even when we're not streaming, and just make a donation. That'd be really nice. So maybe you're watching on the replay. That'd be lovely.
And we will be watching the donations very closely. And
thank you, Elias, for the super chat.
Thank you so much. Woohoo! And we will be giving away a set of Mike's presets for free to the highest donation. How about that?
Very, very cool indeed. All right, I think that is
we have to say goodbye.
Pretty much everything. Although I really enjoy these live streams, doing them every week, hanging out with you, watching there at the other end. This always lifts my spirits. So thank you for being there, because without you sitting here pressing the play button on the live stream or watching on your tablet or your smartphone, wherever you are, there'd be no point in me sitting here talking into a camera over there and Isabella talking into a camera there.
That's it.
Other stuff, actually, before I go, it's just crossing my mind now that I should bring you up to date on is on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/musicradiocreative. I have spoken a little bit about, and I wonder if I've got one here kicking about that I can show you on the screen. Yes, I have. With the wonderful Elgato logo on. So Elgato have been really good to support the channel recently. They've sent us some kit out, including the brand new Camlink 4K. There's the Camlink 4K. For those of you who are video producers, online creators, like I imagine most of you watching this right now, you'll want to know how to get the best quality video, particularly on your live streams. And just recently I did a Elgato Camlink 4K, which is how actually you're seeing this camera that I'm talking into now is coming through Elgato Camlink, and I compared this to using the Logitech Brio, which is this webcam here, which I'm on now, and actually Isabella's on a Logitech Brio, and the difference is stunning. So yeah, if you're still thinking about festive things, I just dropped the Camlink on the floor.
Well done.
It's USB 3.0, it comes with cables, it's fantastic, it just works. You can plug DSLR and mirrorless cameras in, and it's really nice bit of kit, Isabella.
Oh, well done. That sounds really good. Well done, Mike. Right, I think it's time to say goodbye. Festive goodbyes. And hang on, are we singing Merry Christmas or Jingle Bells? Which one is it? Go on, you said we were going to do it. We ought to do it, right? Come on. We have 42 people here waiting for us to do it. Ever since we started, they are still here because they want the Merry Christmas or Jingle Bells sung by Mike and Isabella.
Really?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you really sure about this?
Let's do it.
Are you so very certain about this?
Yes.
Really?
Go.
Oh my goodness. Hang on a second. Wait for it. Here it comes. Wait for it.
But which one are we singing?
Let's see where this one goes. Are you ready? Is that not We Wish You a Merry Christmas?
No, it really isn't.
No, it's not, is it? Not doing very well with finding the right tune here. Let's try this one. Hang on.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Come on. It needs to be the proper one.
We can sing it together. Are you ready?
No.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We bring.
Oh, I was singing the whole thing.
And your king. We wish. Oh. New Year. No. Yes, bring us a figgy pudding. Bring us, Isabella, a figgy pudding.
I don't even know the words.
And a cup of good cheer.
Nice.
We won't go until we get some. We're staying here on the live stream. We won't go until we get some.
That's it.
Is that enough?
That is
Shall we go?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
And to play us out, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We're going to play another minute of this. See ya.